Hey everybody, welcome to Why We Love Horror TV. I'm JWMaher and this is my wife Fiorella.
Hi.
And that's Aaron Brooks over there.
Yep.
What's going on,
Still
Aaron?
no Abby. She might not be coming back for this season. We'll see. Dealing with some family stuff, which the characters in this episode also deal with.
Yeah, we're on to the 6th episode of the season, which is called Cats and Mouse.
Prater's got a surprise for you.
Not afraid of flying, are you?
Death comes for us all.
Find your own path. I'll be here to help you.
Why kill in pairs?
To die together. That's the ultimate bond.
I don't think Mia killed Ryan Foster. You got the wrong person. We all have that one case that haunts us. The Bay Harbor Butcher is that case for me.
How did I not see this coming?
Yeah, things are starting to tighten up, I guess. We're at that phase in like the cat and mouse game where like Batista's like full on, like, this is my theory. Prove me wrong. And he just gets like cut off immediately. So obviously the next time he's gonna get closer and closer and closer. But I mean, I don't want to cut you off, Aaron. You have a ton of great theories. We've been talking behind the scenes.
Yes.
You want to jump into those right now, or you want me to?
No, we can definitely go around the main revelation. Then I'll get to some of my other theories as they come up. The one with the Gemini killer. Yeah. When he says, "How did I not see that coming?" I was 20 minutes when I texted you. I said, I think that the Gemini killer is a twin. And I promise I was 20 minutes into the episode when I came to that conclusion. And then you go back and watch all the Gemini scenes, which of course I did. And, it's like all the classic kind of tells that it was always twins or multiple personalities. He uses different hands in each of the dinners. He's drinking with his left hand the first time when he's all quiet. Next time when he's talking about being the number one killer, he's drinking with his right hand. Like there's like that obvious. And then I think also with the difference in the personalities, there was like every other dinner, he'd be talking about how he was the number one serial killer. But the next time he'd be like sitting in the side, not saying a word. And it was like, now it's so obvious now. And it was so obvious, like leading into the episode, just because like, for one, David Dastmalchian, they're not wasting David Dastmalchian on 6 episodes. They just aren't. I think he's too good of a character. He works too well in this world. So there's like that meta angle. And then there was just the angle of Gemini killer is the number one killer. He's not just going to, he's not going to be dispatched that easily. I just don't believe that. So that's why I kind of came to that conclusion. And then we quickly kind of find out that. So that was one of my theories, and I'll get to a few others as we go here, because I think a few other ones are also going to be super obvious when we look back, because that's what Dexter does. It's full of plot holes. It's not real. That's why we like it, even though it comes grounded sometimes with the emotional aspects. It's not real, and it is convenient, and it's always going to be convenient, and that's why we like it. It is. So
Dexter always seems to run across people that it's not statistically probable he would run across. Sure. It just always happens to Dexter, right?
Because the show will be more interesting. So, and like this fits with kind of the, Dexter, but now with Dexter, he's older, more emotional, has more to lose. So it's like, it's all getting so much more messier, and there's so many more people involved now. And my last prediction with the Gemini killer is that he will kill Harrison by the end of season 1. I think it's going to be like a level above Rita. We have to out Rita. I think Gemini killer is going to out Trinity kill Gemini. I think he's going to out kill him. Maybe I'm shooting too high here, but I think we've done a great job. And there's two ways we go with Harrison, and then I'll let everybody else talk again. 2 ways to go with Harrison. Either I think he gets killed by the Gemini killer this season or next season, and it just completely shatters Dexter to another degree. Or Harrison starts becoming more and more of this emotional serial killer, because we're getting those, clues with, the landlord, with Elsa and everything. He's going to kill Bobby from The Sopranos soon. So like that's going to be his second kill. Does he just start to go off the rails with the killing? Or does it get him involved with Prater somehow, because Prater somehow realizes this is the Bay Harbor Butcher's son, and then he gets into that circle, and then that's how Gemini Killer comes across him. But I feel like Gemini killer is going to fuck Dexter's world up really bad. I don't think Dexter is just going to get away with killing both twins scot-free here.
No, there's no way he doesn't pay for that. Like, you know.
And I think it's with Harrison.
Yeah.
Okay, so that if I had to bet on something, like, I can't believe I didn't think of that myself. I think that would be devastating, first of all. I think for the viewers, I think obviously for Dexter, I can't even like imagine what the show would become if that happens. Like, I can't.
It's going to get real dark, I think. I think there's a lightness to the season still, but there's that foreboding dark presence underneath with the Ripper, Prater, so many other things that are coming into count here. There's going to be a major loss at the end of the first season for Dexter, and I don't think it's going to be Batista. I think he'd get over Batista really quick at this point. Because
it depends what they do with that storyline, I would say. But I think this plane or this helicopter ride they're going on is the last bastion of any kind of cordiality in this group. Like, something's going to happen on this helicopter ride.
Yeah, because I don't think anybody. I think the only person who might know what Dexter's done at this point is Charlie, because I think Charlie is holding some cards close to her chest. She has so much access that we show later in the episode with the whole Mia Epstein thing and everything like that. But either way,
her own thing going on. Like, I don't know who that dude in the backwoods, like, you know, Korean gambling parlor is that she hands like the giant stack of money to. We have no idea who that guy is.
I don't think that's a big deal. I think that is very easy. I think he's a one-offer. I think, like, and I'm so sorry, I'm horrible with character names. If you bring them up over here so I could, but the head of this dinner party thing,
Prater.
Okay.
Leon Prater.
So he said it. He doesn't care how she gets shit done. She's the cleaner. She's the everything. So she has obviously all these resources that we're going to see here and there. I think he's a one-off. I don't think he's a big deal at all, because it's obvious what he was used for at the end of this episode. If I were to, I wish you only had that one theory about Harrison going off the trails and becoming, like, you know, leaning into like the son of the Dark Passenger and having his own, because I would have argued that one with you. I actually saw this episode, and like you guys said, the lightness of the season yet. I don't know if I'm just trying to believe in like murderer fairy tales, but in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so great. Harrison is actually going to be molded more after his aunt, and the goodness of his mom that he has is going to overpower Dexter. Dexter's already okay with it. He's not trying to mold him anymore. He literally said he wasn't going to do that anymore. So it's okay. Like, I freaked out in that scene of the landlord when you see him stab him in the forehead. I literally yelled out loud, "No, Harrison, no."
He's done it.
Yeah, once we realized it was like a little like in his head, I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm thinking he's just going to kind of go off like the other way. He's going to do school. I don't know if he's going to be a police in the police. I don't know. But this is my.
He's looking at NYU, so I don't think he's going to become a police officer.
Yeah, maybe he'll write the books.
He throws it in the garbage. He throws it the brochure in the garbage.
That's true. That's where I'm like, well, maybe then that's when he meets someone and whatever. But I am devastated by the idea that the Gemini, only because it sounds so good, Aaron. Like that.
Yeah, I just don't know who else he kills with Harrison, because
we're leading into like another one of your theories, because when Dexter does kill the first of the two Gemini killers, Blessing comes to his apartment.
Yes.
And like knocks on the door. Dexter has to, just haphazardly toss the body into the bathtub, and he knocks one of the shower rings off. Right. The look on Blessing's face when he fixes the shower curtain.
Yes, I do want to touch upon that.
There's so many blessing moments. First of all, and when he's talking about his mom, and he's like, my mom always told me to like keep the danger or keep the evil away from the house. Always keep them separated. Like,
she saved my life. She
saved my life. It has the horror sound behind it. And I don't think Dexter's being that cheap to where they're trying to make a red herring out of Blessing. Blessing in disguise here, but in a different way, because he is the New York Ripper. I have no doubt about it. And it knows all about the rideshare drivers, all about that. You know, I think he might be, you know, like they make it a point that he has the cameras on the front of the house. He sees Gemini killer go in, never comes out. Dexter's a killer. He's gonna figure it out. Mama knew he was from Miami, found it out for $75. I think that was a cover because I think Blessing also has, you know, connections. Perhaps the connection being Charlie. And I think maybe this has always been a long con by Prater and Charlie to trap Dexter into this world. Because they probably set it up with the invite because they're like, he's going to take out the dark passenger. It's the Bay Harbor Butcher. We know because Blessing let us know. It's a whole syndicate here. There are sources. There's this mysterious FBI agent still who we don't know. It's not Quinn. Quinn doesn't work for the FBI. We're going to find out who this FBI agent is at some point. And then there's all these other things. There's the partner of Wallace, Olivas, who always is like, no. He's definitely working with Prater as well. Like every single time Wallace comes up with anything, he's like, we've figured it out. Like it's, you know, like I think it's all connected here. And I think that Dexter, without realizing it, fell into a trap in New York here, being outside of your environment, and you're not aware of the threats of that environment. So if Blessing is not the New York Ripper, I would be absolutely shocked. He is too perfect of a character.
Yeah.
Like it makes too much sense. And I think people go to the line that Prater says that I think it's being misinterpreted, where Prater's talking about the New York Ripper in the earlier episode where he points out the New York Ripper, which the New York Ripper was pointed out. So it's important. And he was like, he terrorized the streets I grew up on. I think people misunderstood that and thought, oh, he's been doing it for 30 years and did it. I think it means he is murdering people where Leon grew up. And maybe the first people he ended up murdering were, Prater's parents. Who knows how much this is going to all be together, but I think it's all connected. Cue Charlie Day, cue the red lines, but Blessing is definitely the New York Ripper. Last prediction I'll get to, and then we can kind of beat around the rest of the episode and talk about whatever else. Elsa. She wears her hair in a ponytail a whole lot, doesn't she? It's Harrison's girlfriend from the hotel, or not girlfriend, but who he takes.
He wants her to be his girlfriend.
The love interest.
Yeah, Jesse Pinkman's her with the kid, Dante, and everything. Like she's great. She's so great. Always hair up in a ponytail.
Yeah.
Who kills people with ponytails? Rapunzel. Where's Rapunzel been at? Rapunzel is a huge part of this story, and I think he kills Elsa. And maybe that gets Harrison on the trail of Rapunzel. And then he gets in too deep. Either way, Harrison's emotions are going to get him into trouble and either get him killed or get him further into a serial killer game. Kill or be killed. One or the other is going to happen for Harrison.
Either that or he tries to kill her and Harrison kills him.
Maybe he saves her. I think Elsa's the dead woman. I think she's a dead woman, and I think that Harrison's going to kind of be in a situation similar to Cody and Astor with Dante, except he's not married. So
I just feel the kid is like a loose end. Like poor asthmatic Dante is a loose end. But yeah, I mean, either way, it could work.
How dare you?
I mean, I don't know if I trust Harrison to take care of that kid in 24/7.
Or Harrison just he just gets orphaned, and it's just like, oh, how sad. Like that, like Dexter has done that before with this.
That's true.
I do agree with the Rapunzel thing. I was going to touch on that as well. First of all, he's so lovable. He's just
Eric Stone Street is great.
Oh, he's amazing. Amazing what he's doing with this. But
I love he just grabs the money. It's like
yes. Like that's such a that's yes, it just makes so much sense with his character, how he dresses, I hope that's the devastating part of this series. I hope the devastating part is that we do find out Blessing is not who Dexter thinks he is, who we right now think he is. Those glimpses of aggression were kind of big episode. I do hope that that's where it comes. I don't want Harrison's girlfriend to get murdered, but I mean,
it's Dexter, babe.
We got to push Harrison further into the darkness.
Yeah, we do. Or
he gets murdered.
Fighting the darkness, and then he goes to NYU and writes a book and makes movies about his dad.
It's just like his side quest is just like it's like Saved by the Bell College Edition. But
yes, there we go.
Bob Bullock's gonna be his RA.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways,
it would be really interesting to see that Dexter finally finds that like balance in like crazy, horrible darkness and yet family man in Blessing.
That's not happening.
No, right. Like I think he's definitely, if this does reveal itself.
Blessing is like his dream.
That's a good final episode reveal for like next season.
Yeah.
Blessing is the New York Ripper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not Leon Prater. Leon Prater is not the New York Ripper. He's not going around at 4 feet tall with like a giant.
He has like a giant like a gaff hook. Yeah, no way.
Like it's just like it's not him. That's the worst theory on the Dexterverse that I've ever seen. It's that if Leon Prater,
I think he's exactly what we think he is.
Yeah, he's a voyeur.
He's just like this is just.
He said from the beginning, "I'm not like you guys. I don't murder. Like I don't think he's a serial killer.
I don't either.
I think he's fascinated by him. He's a fan. It's just like fans of a baseball team. They're not baseball players."
Or the people with the like police like radios, and then or like firefighter chasers.
Exactly.
That's how I see him. Only he has a lot of money.
He's just a rich boy with too much money. Yeah.
Rich boy with too much money.
Yep.
The Mia kind of storyline, I'm a little bit let down by how they executed that. It did feel a little bit cliche with like her getting Epstein, them walking to question. It was just like, I don't think it was supposed to be a surprise. I think it just is.
Charlie told us what was going to happen.
Yeah, like, it is what it is. Is there any part of you, this is not a theory I have, but is there any part of you that thinks that suicide might have been staged and we see Mia pop up like next season?
No.
Okay.
Not with that. Not with all those Department of Corrections and police officers.
There's just too many people there, and she did look super dead.
She's dead.
Like I don't think this random gambling addict security guard would be all
I don't know. I'm loving this. Maybe. Like he did like the Romeo and Juliet pill thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, just because, like, again, Lady Vengeance.
Remember they said with the Canton Crush or whatever, like they basically like witness protected him. Unless they're trying to do that for her.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm just wondering here, just because, Kristen Ritter's like a big get for, and again, I'm making my theory based on who the person playing her is. But it's, first of all, it happened off screen, so you can never trust anything that happens off screen. Second of all, Lady Vengeance still has more knowledge and work to be done. And I don't think that we were shown all this information that she receives from Dexter about being from Miami, just all the extra information that Dexter gave away. I don't think we're shown all that just for it to be like, oh, he almost got caught. Maybe we are, but maybe we see her pop up next season.
She did give that guy a lot of money.
Aaron, your theories today are like top game.
So the reason I feel this way is we have had, and another reason I feel this way, now I'm feeling more willing to make theories. We already have season 3 announced for this show before season 2 has started filming. That's wonderful news. What it means is Dexter ain't ending anytime soon.
Right.
We gotta make this twisted. Wow. So Mia's gonna be gone. She's gonna be out of the frame for the rest of the season. We're gonna forget who she is, and she might pop back up
middle of next season.
Yeah, and
not the beginning.
Like, I'm just saying, like, Dexter can't get rid of all his pale black-haired women that easily.
Yeah,
like there's got to be a catch here. It was off screen. I just, maybe all that money wasn't to kill her, but to relocate her. And I
don't think what's his face? I shrink it. Leon. I don't think Leon wants any of them dead. I think he wants to like conserve his like toys, except for the part where he saved that one guy, and the only reason that she killed him is because she saw he was like off the rails. So that was up to her.
Right.
I think I would love to see that happen. I would love this to be like a fake death. They gave her a heart-stopping type of thing, took her away, and she's gonna be resurrected.
Charlie is very capable. I just don't think she's going to waste this like that. I think there's more to it. I just do.
Because she didn't give her any clue that she didn't say anything. Like they were even saying, like
she said, we're going to make your stay here as nice and short and as comfortable as we can. And that can be taken one of two ways. Either it can be taken like, oh, how ominous, she hid her motives and did it.
Yeah. But when Mia was,
and it's right in front of us and we're not paying attention again.
Yeah. When they went in to go see Mia right before we found out she died, like notice the guard made it. And I was like, okay, like we get it. She's not saying anything. We know this. So there was no way that they would have had a reason to kill her thinking that she was opening her mouth. They knew how.
Yeah, she wasn't acting like erratic. She hasn't shown any signs of ever turning on anybody within the, like, she seems to follow the rules. Like, why are they automatically taking Red's side before the people who are established here? Like it honestly, 65% chance she's alive still.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
I like that a whole lot.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. This has
Yeah,
been
we covered everything, I think.
Yeah, like we like went like this way to the end, the beginning, the middle. It was like
I will say I was really annoyed with Batista, but not because of him. I mean, he's doing his job, but I think he is like so sick and tired of just like beating around the bush. So when he put it all out there to these two detectives and he was like, it's the Bay Harbor's son that did this.
Hey,
it pissed me off because I'm like, oh, Batista, leave him alone. He's just a good kid. Like, your vengeance is with Dexter, not with him. But side note, I just wanted to say the one time I think in the whole history of this whole series that I've ever been annoyed with Batista was at that moment.
We're going to get more and more annoyed with him.
Yeah.
They're trying to manipulate us into wanting him dead.
Yeah, that's always it's the whole Breaking Bad theory.
Yes. And then once he's dead, we're gonna be like, oh God, what did we wish for? And then we're stuck with 2 more seasons of evil.
Yeah, Batista.
No, we don't want him dead.
He's our Hank.
I don't want him dead at all.
No. But we're gonna want him dead by the end of the season. No, he's gonna do more of these things where we're like, back off.
He might actually remember he's not a police officer anymore. He retired from Miami. He's not. Right. He's not bound to like the rules of police procedural.
That's
right. And like I just thought it was so interesting, the reaction by specifically Olivas when he finds out all of it. It was just like, so he's probably gonna deal with that too. Just be like, no one is listening to me.
Well, let's rate this episode.
All right.
I'll go first. I think there are a lot of good reveals. I'm not letting your predictions spoil my rating. Obviously, I think as far as it goes, it's perfectly fine, but nothing really happens. It just leads to a lot of speculation. I'm at a 4 out of 5 for this episode. Fiorella?
I'm kind of opposite of that, only because I haven't been here for a while, so I haven't been like watching it as closely as I should have. But this episode and kind of everything leading to it, to me, it's like a 4.5.
And Aaron?
Yeah, this is like the part B to the A side of the last episode, which is a 5. This is a 4.5, just a little step below. But honestly, like, I'm very impressed with how they're balancing all these storylines. They're definitely adding a lot. I know they recently filmed the last couple episodes of this show. Like, so they were still filming like as the season started because they didn't know if they were getting how successful it was going to be. So I think we're heading towards some pretty crazy and frustrating cliffhangers by end of season 1. I think we're going to be left on like either super frustrating note of somebody we really don't want, like Harrison dying, or we're going to be left on a huge cliffhanger and we're going to be so upset. But this show's been great. Dexter Resurrection is right up there with the first 4 seasons of Dexter right now for me. So, and it's ahead of Original Sin too, so I'm really impressed with this season. Good stuff.
Well, go ahead.
No, that was the last episode. Sorry, about the flashback that Dexter's now having of his youth when he was a young man. I am all for it. But sorry, that was just
fair enough. If you made this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, share, go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror, go to the Letterboxd challenge at this website. We'd love to see you doing that stuff over there. Schedule here is as follows. You're watching Why We Love Horror TV on Sunday. Monday is versus Tuesday, usually whenever we can wrangle Liv to do an episode, is Why Liv Loves Horror. Maybe we'll see. Wednesday is Aaron Unwinds. Thursday is the Why We Love Horror Letterboxd Challenge watch along show where we cover the Letterboxd Challenge. And Friday you get 2 episodes of Why We Love Horror Trivia. So until next time, I'm JWMaher. That's my wife, Fiorella Maher. And that's Aaron Brooks. Maybe Abby will return. We don't know. We'll see you.
Yeah,
but
like me.
Some version of us will be here next week on Why We Love Horror TV.